Everyone, today we will be discussing the application of WKB approximation for tunneling in a specific case like tunneling for a bumping surface. Now for the time being, let us start with the beginning. This is the Schrodinger equation. This is the expression for P, where P was given as 2m E minus V. In the previous classes we have discussed this. Now here again we have seen that for Px to be real, E has to be greater than V, and this was known as the classical region, and the WKB approximation wave function. WKB wave function was given by C by root Px e raised to plus minus I by h Px dx. This we had extensively solved, taking psi x is equal to e raised to I phi x and solved and taking derivatives, substituting in Schrodinger's equation, and got this result finally. And till this part we have done in the last class. Now what happens when Pe is greater than V, that is the non-classical region? Then what happens to Px? Px becomes imaginary. Then what happens to this WKB wave function? So when Px becomes imaginary, that means when E is less than V, there will be a minus sign, there will be an I and I. So if you take I, because it is a root over, then your Px will be imaginary. But if that I comes here, it comes out to be I by h bar. So our WKB approximation for non-classical region will be given by this expression. C by modulus of Px e raised to plus minus I by h bar integral modulus Px dx. I hope till this part we are okay. Now, because we know the WKB wave function, we will simply apply it in a new system. Now, generally you have studied tunneling, where the surface we take to be very flat. But in real life situations, surface need not be always flat. So there could be a rectangle with a bumpy top. This is the bumpy top. Last class we had discussed a square well with a bumpy bottom. Now we are discussing a tunneling barrier with a bumpy top. So here in a barrier we know this is the coefficient of the incident wave function. This is the reflected wave function coefficient, and this is the transmitted wave function, and this is the energy of the particle. Now to the left of the barrier, x is less than 0. So our wave function is psi x is equal to a e chi x plus b e raised to minus I kx, where k is root 2 me by h bar. We know there we don't have any potential to the left of the barrier. Similarly, to the right of the barrier also we don't have any v term. So we will only take e term, because the v term is only existing between 0 to a in that width of the potential barrier. So our traditional tunneling probability, which we have learned from degree, is mod of f square by a square. But now here comes the situation for the WKB approximation. So in the tunneling region, 0 less than x less than a. Let me go back to the figure. See, 0 less than in the region 0 to a. Now here if you look here, what is happening? This is a non-classical region. E is less than V. So here we will apply our WKB approximation. That is, we will be having a plus I by h term and a minus I by h term, which we have discussed in the beginning itself. So it will be root mod x e raised to I h 0 to x modulus px prime dx prime, and similarly with a negative term. So here what are the findings we get? If the barrier width is high, then the coefficient of the increasing term c must be very small, because once you are passing through the barrier, this cannot go on increase, because this is a positive term. This must be very, very small, very, very close to 0. So the relative amplitudes of incident and the transmitted waves are determined essentially by the total decrease of the exponential over the non-classical region. This is something which, that is, we know the transmission probability will decrease once it is passing through a barrier, and the final expression will be given by f modulus a, which is equal to e raised to minus 1 by h bar 0 to a px prime dx prime. Because in spite of the fact that we have a positive and negative term, the positive term coefficient should be very 0, because if the barrier width is very high, then only this barrier term is will exponentially decrease when it encounters a barrier. Now, so the final expression for t will be e raised to minus 2 gamma, which is actually where gamma is 1 by h bar 0 to a px dx. Actually, we have shortened it because already we know transmission probability in the case of a square barrier. So there you get the same term because it is f mod square. So there will be a term, twice term. So that term comes here. This we are not doing because we have already done and we get this result. Only difference is, as we have said, WKB is a classical approximation. There this term was a definite term. Here it is an integral term. So it's a slowly varying term. So rest things are same. Only thing is this gamma is coming out as an integral, which is a slowly varying potential. And once you draw the graph, what will be the nature of the tunneling, the qualitative structure of the wave function for scattering from a high broad barrier. See, this is the full incident wave and is hitting the barrier. See, it exponentially decreases. It doesn't go to zero completely. You will have still some waves coming out of the tunnel. So, and this is the tunneling probability. So, I hope you are able to connect it with the classical thing. The term in general doesn't look much changed, but you know the treatment is different. You are using this WKB wave function to solve this. Okay, then it's fine for now. Thank you.